So here's the question. What is website hosting and how does it work? Well, stick around and you'll find out. But first, before we get started, I want to personally invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I really appreciate it when you do. I just want you to help me grow my channel by clicking the subscribe button, and be sure and click the bell icon too so that you'll be notified immediately as soon as I come out with a new video. Because if you like this content, and I'm sure you will, then you're going to see a lot more like it, or even better. So thanks for subscribing, and now let's dig in. So what is website hosting and how does it work? A website is hosted when a hosting company, such as Bluehost, allocates space on a web server to keep its files, the code, the photos, the images, what other website related assets are accessible through web hosting. A server hosts every website you've ever visited, and there are many hosting companies available providing that service. The hosting determines how much space is allocated to a website on a server. There are shared servers, dedicated servers, virtual private servers, and reseller hosting. Those are the four primary forms of hosting. And they differ in terms of the server technology and the level of resource that's allocated and the level of management that's offered and the services that go along with it. Web hosting is essentially leasing or purchasing space on the World Wide Web, on the internet, to house a website, to be viewed online. Website material must be stored on a server, including the HTML files, the CSS files, the images, the whole shebang. What does a server do? A server is a computer connecting other online users from around the world to your website. These can be users from all over the world, just as they are on our website. As the name suggests, web hosting service providers have the servers. They provide the servers. They provide the connections. They provide the related services needed to host websites. They cater to a wide range of hosting requirements, from tiny blogs to huge enterprises, by providing a selection of hosting options. Reliable web hosting is fundamental if you want to have an online presence. Nowadays, hundreds of web hosts offer tens of thousands of different web hosting services. Plans range from inexpensive web hosting packages tailored for businesses to free ones with only limited possibilities. The strategy you go for will mostly depend on how you want to utilize your website and how much money you have set up for hosting, as well as things like your performance requirements and your load requirements, which could change over time. Web hosting and associated jargon can be confusing if you start running a website for the first time. In the false idea that all hosting solutions are fundamentally the same, many inexperienced website owners have chosen the least expensive option or anything included with their domain name purchase. This can be a costly oversight. Web hosting takes place when a website's files are transferred from a local computer to a web server. The server's bandwidth, RAM, and hard drive space are allocated to the websites that use it. The allocation of server resources varies according to the hosting plan type that you select. You must understand how the various plans differ to choose the best hosting option to meet your needs. It doesn't have to be challenging to do this. Let's use a straightforward analogy for the non-technical readers. A similar process to finding office space is selecting web hosting. You have to figure out what your requirements are. How do you choose the kind of office space that best suits your requirements? Is a workstation in a shared office sufficient, or would an office inside a company be preferable? There are additional factors to consider in addition to your office design: the accessibility of the rooms, the features they provide, additional amenities like a whiteboard, high-speed internet, and other amenities, their location, and the overall cost. By determining your specific needs, these factors will help you select which workplace style is best for you. Consider choosing the best web hosting as an example of this decision procedure. Now, shared hosting is comparable to leasing a desk in a crowded, noisy, open plan office or co-working area. You share the space with coworkers and have access to the kitchen, printer, and restroom, a desk or internet connections, and some stationery. The area cannot be renovated in any way. So whether or not you need shared hosting, whether or not shared hosting will suffice, or whether or not you need dedicated hosting, all depends on your requirements. Now, if you have any questions regarding the topic, what is website hosting and how does it work, feel free to comment and leave questions below, and we'll be happy to respond to your questions. Now, before you go, again, I want to personally invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I really appreciate it when you do. I just want you to help me grow my channel by clicking the subscribe button, and be sure and click the bell icon too, so you'll be notified as soon as I come out with a new video. Because if you like this content, and I'm sure you will, I'm going to give you a lot more like it and even better. So thanks for subscribing.